Hello, I hope. This is Dirty 20 Gaming. I am Solar Dasher, and these wonderful people have agreed to join me today to play a game of the Lost Mine of Phandelver. Okay, can I not talk today? Apparently not. We are looking to have a little bit of fun. My birthday is on Friday, so I'm giving out the gifts over here. And if you hear a little bit of whining in the background, please ignore it. My dog's just being... Yeah. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started. You can normally find me here on Wednesdays doing this. I really don't have any other streamed games at the moment, which I'm not going to complain. At least I have one. Also, excuse me, you can find me or any of these guys here in our Discord. Now, who would like to go ahead and go first to introduce themselves? Leah?
Sure. Hi, I'm Leah. I am playing Wild Locust tonight, the friendly, shy ranger. You can find me here on Wednesdays and on the Discharge channel. And hope we have a fun night.
Aaron?
Hello, I am Aaron. I am playing Keldalin. You can find me over on Twitter at Primus_Cass. And we may get nice things tonight. We may not get nice things tonight. Who knows?
Ooh, I'm evil. Gloriosa.
Hi, everybody. I will be playing your friendly neighborhood tiefling sorceress today, named Lilvari. I can be found in several places. On the Discord, I stream all sorts of stuff. So the most reliable place is Discord or Twitter. So there's that. And I guess back to you.
Okay. And then we have Datari.
Sorry. I am Matt, and this is my only game. An extreme game, I should.
All right. Well, when last we left everybody, we were still in the middle of a big adventure in Thunder Tree. There we go. Yes. However, at this point, we're not going to return back to Thunder Tree. And the reason why is because we are definitely missing one of our players. As you can tell, Bison is not here tonight. We wish him safe travels. Okay. So we are going to actually jump to right after they left Thunder Tree, they made their way to Neverwinter. So today we're going to begin in Neverwinter. I'm not sure why it can't really be seen very good on the screen there, but everybody's is going to end up over, excuse me, in the right corner next to the river. I'm going to say you basically followed the river all the way down into Neverwinter. You've had a long rest, but there's not going to be any fighting here either way. So for the most part, you don't need to reset your character sheets. But if I do decide to run you into something, I'll let you know, and we'll make sure you have full power for that. All right. So to begin, everybody has arrived at what looks to be a rocky, broken down bit of wall. The area is called I have brain farts. Sorry. My apologies. The area that you have arrived in Neverwinter is the Chasm District. Excuse me. Okay, so yeah. You guys have arrived in the Chasm District. You can see that the wall has been torn apart a bit. There's been issues going on here, specifically with, I'm guessing, some earthquakes. I don't know. Definitely, a lot of what you can see, especially as you are approaching from the river, is a lot of broken down walls, flattened homes, debris, shops in the middle of being rebuilt or having just been freshly rebuilt, etc. One notable point of interest specifically within this little area would be Swift Heart's Sundries. And there's where you can find a multitude of items that have to deal with adventuring. Swift-Heart herself is a former adventurer and knows exactly what adventurers need or can use. So as we begin, I'm going to let you guys go ahead and roam about as you please. But definitely one of the points of interest is Swift-Heart Sundries.
So, I guess Lilvari is like, I mean, I know our typical marching order is like with Wild Locust at the front and then Kel. Wait, is it Kel that goes first usually? Or
No, it's usually Locust is
Linus.
scouting, then it's Linus, then it's you, and then I'm usually at the back.
Yeah,
Speaking of Linus, he tends to he turns to the group and is like, we're at Neverwinter. I got something I gotta do. Peace, and he buggers off. You guys will find out what he's up to later, but in the meantime, he's just buggered off.
Well,
and as you guys are not really quite paying attention, our good friend Atari just kind of poof right next to you. So you guys are now ready to get started on your journey. Just go ahead and let me know what you would like to do. You might hold on. Okay. Not break your bowl of water. Apparently they're thirsty too. Okay. So you guys, one of your points of it, again, there's a lot of points of interest. If you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them for you, but I'm going to let you roam about the cabin freely. You can go wherever you like within Neverwinter to get your items.
well, so Wild Locust has mentioned that she's not good in cities, and I imagine as we're getting closer to Neverwinter, she's probably starting to show that, right?
Yes, and my scouting distance got shorter and shorter and shorter to the point where I was like, nope.
So I'm like picturing them going into the city with like Caldelin's got like, does he wear a cloak or anything? Aaron.
Oh, sorry, what was that?
Does Caldelin wear a cloak or anything?
No.
Okay. So I'm imagining Lilvari has hers like draped over Wild Locust and is like almost doing like the Dracula thing, like with her in the middle, like, or on the side, like, it's okay, like trying to pet around the sticks in her hair.
Oh.
And like trying to like soothe this person, and then Linus like takes off and Lilvari's like, hate to see him go, love to watch him leave, I guess. Bye. Oh, hi, Datari. There's so much going on, and Lilvari is like completely overstimulated at this point.
Oh boy. All right. So, Lilvari, I'm pretty sure you're doing your best to hide Wild Locust. You happen to see a few flyers for what seems to be a semi-new shop in town, and it tells you where to find it. And on the flyer, you will see it noted that it is being run by a former adventurer and could have many, many items that many adventurers could use. Would you like to go ahead and head on over there?
Yeah.
It points to here.
That's cool. I also I would love to know like what Kel and Datari, like how they're sort of taking this scene and stuff too. Like I'm totally down to have Lilvari go there, but I'm also curious like how everybody else approaches the city.
Yeah, that sounds like a fine place to start. Perhaps there's something on the way I can find while I'm here.
You got this little tug. And it's like, too many people, too many people, too many people. Tug, too many people.
Cal will just kind of slowly pull Wild Locust like closer to his side.
Tug. Can I go back? Tug.
I'm sorry, Locust. We can't go back yet. I know you missed your forest, but we've got some things we need to do. I'm sorry. We'll go for a run later, okay? I promise.
Okay. Tug. She's getting a nervous twitch.
Cool, and I found a nice little place for the next set of shops too anyway. So I'm taking it that you guys are going to go ahead and head over to the shop on the flyer.
Yep.
Okay, let me go ahead and move the token. It's right here. And as you enter, you see a modest shop. It smells freshly built, you know, fresh wood and all that. It hasn't really had it much weathering to it. So it's only been about maybe 2 or 3 months. Inside the shop, you see a brown and white colored tabaxi lady who seems to be sweeping the floor of the great. No dog. My doggo's got the zoomies. My bad. She seems to be sweeping the floor of a few pieces of dirt and dust that have accumulated on there from people who have walked in, looked at her things, and walked away. She looks up as you walk in and says, "Welcome, darlings. This is my lovely establishment here. I have adventuring gear for anybody's needs. I know what kind of things people may need. I was an adventurer myself. How can I assist you today?"
I'm not entirely sure of what you have available, but maybe I can take a look at your selection as a whole. I don't know.
That's fine. I mean, if you're looking for something in particular, I might be able to help.
Keldwin's not
looking
even sure
everywhere.
what.
Would Swift-Heart be able to see? Excuse me. Would Swift-Heart be able to see like some of the leaves and branches that Wild Locust is trying to cover herself up with?
Yeah.
Hmm.
There's you can tell that there's a small wood elf with sticks, leaves.
She's going to smile softly and gently, carefully approach Wild Locust. She's like, I have a feeling you are not city wise, not liking the city at all. Might have something that could help you if you're willing.
You have a tree?
No, not quite a tree. I do have a couple of bushes in my shop, but not trees. I have something in the back that I've used before that may be able to help you. If you give me just a moment, my little friend, I will be right back. She also notices Datari. Kind of nods at him and then walks into the back of her shop. You guys are free to look around while she's in the back getting the items that she's looking for. She has everything else you see there's like general adventuring gear. Clothes, flasks, ink, pitons, poles, pouches, shovels, tents, tools. If you think you find something that you might be interested in, you are able to go ahead and bargain with her for a decent price. Again, this is a lot, definitely, of adventure gear.
So, in the shop, is Wild Locust a little more relaxed, or is she still entirely tense?
Since it's only us and the shopkeeper, she's a little bit more relaxed. A little. Still
Okay.
new area.
So, so Lilvari is gonna like slowly browse, like really slowly, so that she can keep her cloak kind of like half over Wild Locust to give her somewhere to like hide. Because Lilvari is quite tall and she has a lot of cloak. Oh, hey, check out this like helm thing. This is cool.
Wrong shop.
I thought it was. Oh, okay. I turn it upside down and I'm like, oh, it's a belt. Oops.
Wild Locust kind of hands you this little notebook, and it's a nice purple little notebook, and she's like, then shoop.
Oh yeah, there's definitely a soft bound journal with 25 sheets in it if that's what you would like.
And it's purple.
It's whatever color you want it to be, my darling.
Is
There's
that
even a new
for Lilvari, or is it like, is Wild Locust just showing her?
She found it as we're walking around, and she hands it to you to look at.
What a
she's
pretty
like,
color.
She thinks she might like it.
Yeah.
If you guys are finished looking around, or have any, okay. So since you guys seem to be finished looking around, she's gonna come back out. She's holding two cloaks and smiles at you and Datari, Wild Locust. She says, "Did you guys have a chance to look around and see if you liked anything here? Did you need anything?"
I think my friends here may have found something they liked. Maybe.
All right. Well, first things first, she walks over to Datari and says, "I was a cocky little snot when I first started out. Had to have this lovely little item." She holds up a cape. "You say it individualizes to the person, mind you, whomever is wearing it. They come up with their own special secret word, and it'll billow in the back, making them look so exciting and superior." And then she hands it to him and says, "I think you might be interested in this, my dear." As Oliver bites her foot a little bit. "Okay. Nice doggy. I know we are cat and dog, but please." And then she walks over to Wild Locust, who is still behind Lavari. And she says, she leans down and says, "I think I have something that might interest you, my dear."
Yes.
"It's something super special to me that I've held on to for a while myself. It's called the Cloak of Elven Kind. So
Well, that sounds right up your alley.
it helps you with your stealth, helps you to hide. Now, if you want the hood up or down, to put the hood up is one action, but to put the hood down is another. Any perception checks will have disadvantage on you too. So they're going to have trouble really finding you with this thing. I had fun in my days as a rogue using this one. It was interesting, so shall we say. I did get in a little bit of trouble, but I figure one like you who needs a little bit of help hiding from especially large crowds might like it. What say you?"
I like the color. Um, I I I I think I'd like it. Um, she tucks behind Lavari again.
Psst, do you want to try it on?
She hands it to Wild Locust.
And she reaches around, grabs it, tucks tries it on. Thank you.
It's magical enough that it'll fit exactly around her without anything else. You definitely can add this to your character sheet, Wild Locust. We will say you can't use it in the next episode next week. Excuse me, it won't be next week. It'll be the week after that because we won't be here next week. But in our next session, there we go. You can go ahead. You won't be able to use it in the next session because we'll be back at Thunder Tree to finish that up. But after we're done with Thunder Tree, you're free to use it all you want, and we'll say that you've attuned to it by then.
Okay, perfect.
Also, the cloak's color shifts to camouflage you, so the proprietor knows that you'll be happy with this. Now then, Those are gifts from me just for visiting my shop. Seems like those of you who have entered here that I've given those to, you needed them for help. I no longer require them as I have long since retired from adventuring. But I do hope that these items can help you on your journey. Was there anything in specific that you guys had found while I was away that you wish to purchase?
I would totally be down for purchasing this this journal.
Ah, yes. Let's see here. It does come with a 1 ounce bottle of ink as a special gift. So in total for the two of them, I say 10 gold pieces, okay?
Hang on, out of character, 10 gold for a notebook?
The journal, it's actually 7 gold pieces and the ink is 10. So she's giving you a 7 gold piece discount. She's basically giving you the journal for the price of the ink bottle.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You got this little tug behind you, and you turn and look at Wild Locust, and she hands you the 10 gold pieces, and that's behind you.
I got a present. Thank you.
So Swiftheart will take the gold pieces and tuck them into her apron. Ruby will tuck them in her apron as wild dogs are barking outside. Huh. Them dogs just love to get all over the place. Was there anything else that you guys might be interested in?
I was maybe wondering if you might know where like a local like bakery or pastry shop maybe.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's a good question, my dear. Best place to go to probably would be the Fallen Tower. But they mostly have ale. They do have a loaf of bread. Were you looking for something specific, my child?
Something a little bit more almost special type order thing. Not something you would find say at like a tavern, something much more delicate almost.
Like what?
um
I'm curious too, really.
um
What is he looking for?
Caldolan would kind of look to everyone and just kind of leaning close to her and be like, things like cupcakes or cakes or things like that.
I do know that the Moonstone Mask has a few selections for dessert that you might be able to partake in. They're not too far from here either.
If you could give me directions there, that would be great.
He does give you the directions. I'm actually looking them up myself real quick because this document is like really huge. I'm sorry.
It's fine.
Excuse me.
Lavari feels a little tug, and Wild Locust kind of weighs her down and says, We also need to find another job. We need more jobs.
You're right.
Okay, so let's see here. All right. She Okay, I was in the right space. She's going to tell you that it is way over here on the left-hand side of the of the of the map that you see in front of you.
Okay.
That's where it is. It's called the Moonstone Mask. It's an inn that sits on a floating earth moat connected to the docks of the Protector's Enclave. It's regarded as Neverwinter's finest and most luxurious inn.
Okay, thank you.
And so before we leave this person, I'm going to ask the proprietress, I suppose. So when you were an adventurer, or maybe you know a more modern, like where did you find your jobs? Like, is there anybody that typically hires adventurers in this town, or do we just got to keep looking?
Mm-hmm. Well, honestly, not many locations to find items. What did you? Let her play with it. And there's not many locations where one can find information. Most of the time, if you just gotta look for and find them, it all depends.
I've heard tales of taverns and inns being good places because that's where people like to gossip and stuff.
Oh yes, well, the location. Another good location for that then probably might be the Beach Leviathan, which wouldn't be too far from the Masked Sundry. Oop, the mask, the Moonstone Mask. I mean, those are two of the definite locations, or even try the temple, the Shard of the Moon. Last but not least, maybe the Fallen Tower. But,
Lil Vari is gonna look down at the elf under her cloak, Wild Locust, and kind of raise her eyebrows, like to see if she has any like feedback, or she's like satisfied.
Okay. Someplace close would be fine. Small crowds, please. An empty inn would be great. That would be perfect.
One last question. Do you know of any like armories or armor sellers or anything like that in town that we can stop and visit while we make our way?
well, there's the two places of Lutger, Bronor and Bronwyn. Family rivalry there, but they are quite friendly. One of them has mostly defense, the others mostly offense. They are right next to each other, not honestly too far away from here. And honestly, not too far away from here. She takes out a little tiny map and then shows you that they're pretty much right there down the street.
I think that would probably be a good place to start while we make our way to the other side of town.
Mm-hmm. Sure thing. Any other questions or concerns, dear?
Little Vari is just gonna shake her head and shrug and start heading for the door. Be like, thank you so much for your time. And the gift for elf-shaped friend.
My pleasure. Always. Enjoy your trip, my dears.
You see a little hand stick out, waving.
She smiles and says, pleasant journeys with that cloak, my dear.
And we exit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming you move on down to the two brother sister group there.
Yeah.
What did we learn about the pastry shop? Question.
There really isn't one.
Right. Like I
mean, if you're wanting to get the pastries, it pretty much is on the other side of the city.
Yeah. Okay.
Mhm.
That's what I thought, but I also am a little tired, so I wanted to make sure I understood.
I think it's been a long day for all of us, unfortunately.
Yeah, let's go see these siblings of armaments and defenses.
So once you approach the area, you'll see that one of them says Bronar's Dependable Defenses. The other one says Branwyn's Sharp Edge. You can kind of take a guess that one features heavily on armor and tools, while the other is more weapon. So you guys can choose which one you wish to visit. Both of them will be rather pleasant and friendly.
Keldolin would visit Bronmo.
The Sharp Edge or Defenses?
Defenses.
Okay. He welcomes you in and says, howdy. Welcome to my shop. Better than my sister's. How can I help you today?
I was wondering if you might have anything kind of similar to this, as Keldolin places his staff on the counter. Like not like exactly like this, maybe something a little bit more fancy or magical or something.
He needs to up his rod game.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely not overcompensation, I promise.
No, he's gonna look at the staff and think a moment. I might. One of the first few things I made before we started our rivalry. I could take a look. Let me look. Look around and see if you find anything else that you may like as well.
Okay.
He puts down his hammer and heads to the back of his shop, leaving you guys to go ahead and look around.
Keldolin would kind of just wander up and down the various tables or aisles, whatever he has set up.
You can see he has a multitude of armors, light armor, medium armor, heavy armor, even shield.
He totally
And
has like a
other
bunch
types
of dress forms, I'm sure.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of different items that could be picked up here.
I didn't mean to interrupt you, sorry.
And there's also some tools there, general tools. Definitely something you can look around for, and I would say also a few helmets. He just has a few helmets sitting out as well. So, you're free to roam about while he quote unquote looks for this.
Lil Vari's gonna like follow Keldolin around a little bit and just be like, now these are helms, right? It's not another belt. I think. right? These ones go
Oh.
on your head.
I mean, I guess after a fashion. I mean, technically, you can put things wherever you want them, but it doesn't mean they're made for that purpose.
You're not wrong. I respect it.
Like, my parents had a cousin once who was famous for he would wear trousers on his chest and he'd wear shirts on his legs, and then he'd have a belt on his head, and that's just how he wore his clothes.
Are you pulling my leg?
I mean, you can't prove me wrong, can you?
Keldalin's like, there's no evidence that I am. Well, Vari's just like looking at him like super suspicious. But she can't prove that he's not telling the truth.
But I mean, a lot of this stuff is made from metal, so I mean, it's not really my choice of material. It's not in tune with nature. It's not good for me.
That's weird because metal like comes from nature, you know?
Yes, but it's worked with human hands into a different form. It's not like we're communing with nature and working to just take what we need from nature in order to make what we need in order to survive. Because you see what with metals and stuff, people just take and they're never giving anything back to earth to maintain the balance. So they're throwing things out of balance by using these metal items, and it's not the way of things. Because I was always taught that if you're going to take from nature, you must always give something back to nature so that way the balance is maintained and Mother Nature can continue its cycle.
Is there a dog in here?
Oh, that was just Oliver. He's been rather rambunctious of late. He hasn't gone on enough runs lately.
Valid. So it doesn't count that when you die, like your body returns to the earth and kind of gives something to that, like in return for the metal?
I mean, that's a very, very long-term type thing, though, because it's not like you're going to go mine the metal and then you're going to die immediately after doing it.
One hopes, yeah.
And, I mean, there's also the fact that there's no guarantee that your life outweighs what you've done in terms of harming nature or upsetting the balance and the cycle of things. Because while yes, good may come of your death, like they can use your remains to grow trees or to repopulate an area with various grasses and type things, but that doesn't mean it balances out if with something like being a greedy bastard or something where you're not doing unto others as you expect to be done unto yourself. And I mean, in terms of the metal, like, yes, you can use the metal and it'll help you, but unless you're going to have a way to return it back to the ore and return it back to the earth, you're not balancing out the scales unless you're doing things with that metal to maintain the balance. And I've always been taught that the Wild Mother, Mother Nature, says that those who treasure and respect nature and serve it as its protectors should avoid such things because it is not natural. It does not require you in and of itself. It requires artificial means in order to be created.
That's fascinating. Thank you for sharing with me.
I know it's kind of rambling and stuff, but I mean, that's
No.
what my parents always taught me. They were apothecaries, and they weren't drawn to the nature like I was, but they always did whatever they could to ensure it when they took things like various plants and stuff to make herbs and stuff. They always only took what they needed and never more than what was required for them to do what they needed to do.
I would love to know more about this. I just would love to know more about it when Wild Locust isn't hiding under my cloak.
Are you sure she's hiding under your cloak and not hiding under your cloak and hiding under her cloak at the same time?
Is there a difference?
I mean,
functionally, is there a difference?
I mean, there's an extra layer there.
Found it! He comes walking out with this staff. The staff of the woods, he says.
I imagine like he's sitting, like Keldolin's sitting there talking to Lavari. He says this, he turns, and I feel like there's probably almost a internal call to him to go to it, and he kind of just walks up to it. He places his hand, just kind of traces its length and be like,
I have sent a picture to the Roll20, and so that everybody can actually see it there in the chat now.
Yes, this was kind of like what I was looking for.
Must have been a long walk you guys had.
you could say we've been traveling for a few days.
Keldolin,
So
that's
this-
like exactly your speed. Like that is your staff.
I mean, I can't really go against the lady on this, but what were you looking for?
Let me see here. He stops to think for a moment.
The lady down the way gave her thing to us for free.
Mean little thing, ain't ya?
Who said that? What?
All right. Tell you what. I knew a special item my sister has. It's called the Helm of Telepathy. Seems you guys may be able to make use of it. Snatch that Helm of Telepathy from her and bring it back here to my shop to show me you have. And I will give you this staff as well.
Cuddlin will look over to Lavaria and kind of lean over to her and whisper, I'm not a big fan of stealing, but I feel like I'm being called to take this. But I do have an idea. Even though I'm not a big fan of stealing, I do have an idea of how we could perhaps acquire it.
I have thoughts. You're on, Mr. Shopkeeper.
Ah.
Keldolin's going to nod in agreement, and he's going to quickly take everyone out of the shop and kind of, I'm imagining there's like an alleyway nearby where he pulled everyone. So this was the idea that I had, is that I turn into a wolf, and me and Oliver run into the shop, cause a bunch of ruckus, while Lavari comes in as if she's trying to calm us down, and we're just a distraction for Wild Locust to sneak in and take the helm of telepathy.
I mean,
That
he
was my-
didn't say we couldn't snatch it after we buy it.
I mean, he did say we just need to show it to him. So can't we ask the nice sister to give it to us?
I
And
don't.
and say that if she gives it to us, then it'll make her brother give something away also. And see which one is the most generous.
You might have a thought there. What if we tell the sister that he offered to give us something because we would have to, because she would overcharge us, and he had to like do the opposite thing. I don't know.
Maybe we go in and be like, oh, we got such a good deal over at his place, getting this really cool item from him, but I mean, you're just not looking to help out those who are just trying to keep everything safe. And I mean, if you're wanting to be a true helpful hand to those who are keeping you all safe from things that you may not know about, I mean, it's only doing the right thing. And I mean, wouldn't you love to tell your brother that you gave an even better thing to these people?
We got we got a better deal from her. Mm-hmm.
Who's willing to give the better deal? I figured since they keep competing, maybe they compete there too.
And then we wouldn't have to steal it.
Yeah, I don't like to steal. Stealing is bad. But borrowing
It would
isn't
be
too bad.
much easier. Honestly.
Borrowing's not too bad. Maybe we can borrow it from her to get the staff from the brother, and then we can, prove to her that yes, he did give it to us, and then maybe she will be nice and give us the helmet too. I don't know. Humans are weird.
You're not wrong.
I'm not.
These are dwarves, actually.
Dwarves are really weird.
Yeah.
And I'm an elf.
I think if we're going to go the talking route, that Lavari should be the one to handle it, because I'm not great at convincing people to things.
And I'll stay out here because dwarves and elves don't get along.
You're not even gonna come with me.
If I can get out of not going into a store, I will not go into a store. You took me to an alley and I'm like, I'm good.
I stay here. I live here now.
This is mine.
Well-
you need to steal it, I'll steal it, but otherwise, I'm good.
All right, whenever you guys are ready.
Okay, so Keldalin, are you coming with me? Or are you gonna?
Oh, I was still planning on coming with you.
Oh, good. I'm not completely on my own.
I mean, I know I don't seem that reliable at times, but I couldn't just leave everything to everyone else.
Well, okay, obviously I can convince her if anybody's can convince her. So,
I
all
know
right.
was such a good talker and is such a good convincer of people of things.
You're pulling my leg again, and I really like it. So I would like you to continue.
So I mean,
Like,
I
not
don't
necessarily
really-
right now, but like it's cool.
I don't really like pulling legs because I mean that's generally quite painful. I mean, I'll toot your horn all day, but I mean, I'm pulling your leg. That's a bit much.
That was a double whammy. There was the tooting of horns, and then there was the alley bush. Oh God.
Everyone, we need to take 5. Glorious is broken.
Broken. So, Lil Vari's like, great, all right, wonderful. Put a pin in that, because I'm interested in the horn tooting. Actually, I wish to know more.
But before we go in, Keldalin is just going to tap her shoulder. His staff is gonna glow, and I'm going to give you guidance to be used at your discretion.
Okay, so is that a saving throw? Which one is that?
That's for ability checks
Okay.
or skill checks, whatever you want to refer to them as.
Sweet. Okay. Okay. So, Lil Vari's gonna go in, and she like kind of tosses her cloak off her shoulders and like slams into the, not slams, but like definitely like sweeps into the store. Like, this is her store now. And so she's gonna be like, hello, this is such a lovely pair of shops. How charming. It's so charming that your brother had the idea to set you guys up across from each other. That's so great.
And Keldalin, just for magical flair, is just channeling his druid magic, is throwing little sparkles and stuff behind. Yes, walks in.
She just looks at Lavari and is like, what the hell are you on?
I just think it's just a great idea. It must be like, you must be such a close family. We just came back from your brother's shop, right? That's your brother across the way? The friendly
My
one.
no good brother, yes.
Well,
I don't know about no good.
yeah. He seemed really generous, actually.
Him? Generous? Really?
Mm-hmm. He sent us over here, but he insisted on giving us something before we went. Like, he refused to let us leave empty-handed. So anyway, I'm Lil Vari, and we're new in town, and we're shopping for a helm with like, I think it's a helm of telepathy.
Telepathy. I do have one.
Amazing.
And the item your brother offered to give us was a very, very nice item. But I mean, that helm of telepathy, that's just on another level, and it'd really get one over on your brother. If you might provide some assistance.
I mean, well, so far I think he's the one with the better bargains. I think. Right? That's what he said.
I mean, yeah, he definitely said that his goods were definitely going to be the best that you can get at the best prices, no matter what anyone says, and that your stuff was what was the phrase he used? Overpriced butter knives?
Roll me persuasion.
Yeah, no, that's not gonna go well for
Oh! I got a natural 20! Yes! So altogether, that's, where's my character sheet?
Doesn't matter. He had nat 20.
Well, Cullen did not get.
I just want to know. Wait, it was persuasion,
Actually,
right?
Evelyn, she does not believe you, but it's not because you get it. It's just because she rolled like crap too.
It's a 25 plus whatever modifier I get from Keldalin's spell.
You can choose to use it anytime during 10 minutes, and it's a D4.
Okay.
Don't worry about it. You got it. You got it.
The dice giveth and the dice taketh away, but that was a cool giveth.
Yeah, I'll say. Well then. Yes, I know it says Gundren Rockseeker. I'm just using his character sheet because it's a dwarf.
Oh.
Alright, anyway. She's like, he really said that. Interesting. I'm not sure I believe you so much. She points to Keldalin. But you have balls. Not in the sense that you're a gentleman, but you've got spirit, shall we say.
I mean, you can't say for sure. She might have great balls of fire over there.
Gonads. Got gonads.
Either way, I suppose that if you really do want this helm of telepathy,
Pretty please?
normally I don't part with it for less than 100 gold, but I suppose if you really want to make a decent deal, 10 gold?
Sold. And she's gonna hand over the 10 gold.
And she'll hand you the helmet.
Thank you so much. That is indeed a much better bargain that we got at your brother's. So, he was wrong. You just proved him wrong.
I'm always better than my brother.
As well you should be.
I definitely be sure to hold that over him at the next family dinner, right?
Yeah, he's Ronner's so dense, he could use his own head for an anvil. It might actually improve his looks.
I mean, you aren't wrong.
So the laugh that Lil Vari lets out, by the way, sorry, Kel. The laugh that she lets out is like delayed. Like she's it takes her a second to figure out that it was a joke. And then she, like, lets out this, like, totally overcompensating laugh. Like, ha 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 ha. Oh, you're so funny.
Might be true. You never know. No. I do have other things available if you guys wish to take a look. Otherwise, have a good day.
Yes, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you for your time. And then Lilvari's gonna, like, take the helm and, like, scootle away.
Again, same as before. It does require attunement. You won't be attuned to it until after you finish Thunder Tree.
Okay, and we go back.
And then we go back. What's his name again?
Was it Bronmore?
Brownmore.
Bronmore.
Bronmore?
Brownmore. Something like that.
Bronme. Oh. Brondo!
Electrolytes. It has
we-
electrolytes.
we got the thing. Look what Kelvin got.
I mean, I didn't really do much.
She's gonna elbow him. Kelvin did a great job getting this thing.
Yes,
You managed
yes,
to
of
get
course.
that helmet from my sister.
Yes, now about the staff. She gave us quite a good deal on this helm.
You guys were supposed to steal it.
5-finger discount.
I mean, you can't say we didn't steal it. Not unless you want to go talk to your sister about it.
Nah.
And from my understanding, things aren't exactly on the best of terms for you all.
Now we're rivals. What deal did she give you on that helm of that helm that you guys got there?
I think Kelvin just misunderstood when I joked that it was a 5-finger discount. We totally stole it.
I never said we didn't not steal it.
Well, didn't you?
The deal was that we got the helmet, and we've got the helmet.
Exactly.
Fine. The staff was going to be a family heirloom, but not being that it's for let's see here, druids. Yeah, druids. Being that's for druids, I can't use it, nor can I really pass it down, especially since most of my family is into crafting. But this is a rare item. Don't think I can part with it for less than 25 gold.
I thought it was gonna be like given to us if we got the helm.
I mean, we went through a lot to get this helm. I mean, saying
You
that
realize
it's
that the wall isn't very thick. Isn't very thick here, right?
I mean, I could make a comment right now, but I don't really want to make my life more difficult at the moment. So we're gonna say that is neither
Valid.
here nor there about thickness of the wall.
Roll
But-
deception. Mm-hmm.
Do you want me to roll too?
Yeah.
Hmm.
18.
Interestingly enough, he definitely believes you. He rolled a natural one.
Rip.
Okay.
I mean, if I have to pay for it, I mean, I think anything more than 10 gold's far too much. Because I mean, you're not going to be able to use it. Your family's not going to be able to use it. So it's basically just collecting dust here.
He starts yelling in Dwarvish. I don't know if either of you guys can speak Dwarf. Any of you guys
Not
can speak.
a
Nope.
word.
So he starts cursing in Dwarvish. You know, basically throwing a little temper tantrum, which is one of the reasons that makes him less reliable than the others. I don't know.
Caldulin's just gonna say under his breath, "This guy, he said those walls were not very thick, but this guy's got the thickest skull the side of a giant."
Agreed.
Hence what his sister said about him.
Where is the staff now?
It's on the table. It's on his counter right next to the cash register.
While he's pitching his tantrum, I'm just gonna pick it up.
Let me see here. Oh, we're having fun with this one. Roll me a sleight of hand. With advantage.
Still have that D4.
I've got a 19.
That does it.
Oh, okay. I was like, hang on, let me find a D4.
No,
I found
with
one.
The 19 or the 19 that makes it 17. Plus, I might give him just a disadvantage just because he's throwing a fit, which gave him a natural 1 then.
Throwing him a man tantrum.
Yep.
Dwarf man
Mantrum.
tantrum.
Tantrum. So, if you guys want, you guys can go ahead and take the staff and just walk out while he's throwing his tantrum, but he can't do anything about it anyway.
Yep. I think that's what we're doing.
Yeah, so Lilvari just kind of picks up the staff, makes eye contact with Keldalin, and jerks her head toward the door, and then follows him out.
Yep.
And then
same
she
with you, Keldalin. I believe, let me see here.
She's
Your
gonna
staff
pause
does-
and leave 10 gold on the counter, though, because she's trying to be good, trying to be better. The Lord is working on her.
Yeah, there.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
Yep.
it does
attuned yet.
require attunement. The Staff of Woodlands requires attunement.
Yep.
And you won't be able to use it until after you're finished with Thunder Tree.
Yep.
And the same stipulations apply that I advised you on earlier.
Yep.
Okay. You all have found your treasures and treats. What do you wish to do next?
I think we should go check out that inn they mentioned. I think we've gotten everything that we were looking for, right?
Yes.
So we're gonna go to the Moon Mask Inn and Tavern.
And as they're walking, Lilvari's gonna just like kind of pat Keldalin on the back of the shoulder and be like, "You did a good job in there. I'm really proud of you."
Thanks. I just tried not to screw it up. I'm still not great with people, but I try to make sure that I at least pretend like I know what I'm doing.
That's all we are all doing. Did you not grow up around people though?
No, my family and I lived on the outskirts of the forest where Lyle Locust lived. And when And you see, we became friends when I was growing up because she would help me find various plants that my parents sent me to find, and I couldn't find them.
That's so sweet.
And I would help her when it came to dealing with troublesome animals that were doing things that were bad, and helping her calm them down and make sure that they weren't doing those bad things, and teaching her how she can be a better hunter by understanding her prey.
He was very little when we met, but his mom always wanted the pretty pink flowered plants that she said helped make. Oh, I can't remember what did she say that they made.
Um, I think it was to help grow family, I think.
Ah, yeah, that's right. Grow family plant.
Yeah,
Ah,
I think her favorite plant was the those purple snapdragons, I think.
oh yeah, the pretty purple ones. They're hard to find though. But I know where all the good places are in the woods. When are we going back to the woods?
Once we're done here, very soon.
Um, and which ones are the snapdragons? What do they
They're-
look like?
Actually, yeah, that's a real plant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was intentionally picking a real plant.
And
Yeah.
I know what they look like, but I figured Lil Vari would like maybe not. I don't know. It seems like the cool thing to ask at the time.
Yeah.
You
and
see they're on these very thin, almost like vines, and they've got very, very bright purple flowers that grow outwards from them. It's almost like they're in like a little like the cat's tails you see at like ponds and stuff. That's kind of how like the flowers grow on the vine.
real pretty.
That sounds really pretty.
Yeah, they were my mom's favorite.
That's sweet.
Now, if you want to move the map that the chat sees, you can definitely go ahead and move it to same location to where I have the current floating, the current token.
That should be decent-ish.
Yeah, there we go. All right, so as you guys approach, there's just really one way in and out of this location as far as a bridge or rope type is concerned. Of course, you guys can take the little bridge that goes there. Let me see if I can get a better shot of it. Oh, actually, you know what? Hold on. Oh, hey, actually, that is the Moonstone Mask. There, as you can see, it's a float. It's like a floating piece of earth, a little island, so to say. There is, from the docks, a rope bridge that leads right up into the entrance. Neat. And basically what it says here is they're called earth moats. It says one of the most enchanting features of the city of Neverwinter is 3 large floating earth moats. The spell plague of 1385 DR caused chunks of Neverwinter, as well as other areas all over Toril, to rise up and begin floating away. Industrious residents of Neverwinter were able to tether a few of these earth moats with ropes and prevent them from ultimately flying off into the Sword Coast. The tavern The Moonstone Mask is a large inn that sits on a floating earth moat connected to the docks of the Protector's Enclave section in Neverwinter. It is regarded by many as Neverwinter's finest, most luxurious inn. The locale is named for the half masks worn by all the staff, which are lined with glowing moonstones. The staff is all female.
Keldlin would very nervously walk inside because he's never been in a place this fancy before.
The inn features a large, warm, and inviting ground floor dining room. The room also serves as a comfortable lounge with an impressive hearth. The rest of the first floor is taken up by kitchens dedicated to preparing hot cuisines for the inn's many guests. A grand spiraling staircase leads up from the dining room to the guest rooms above. The atmosphere of the dining room is generally relaxed, with polite conversations occurring throughout. Guest rooms occupy the second through fourth floors. The rooms range in size from single bed studios to large suites on the upper floors. All feature comfortable beds and luxurious floor rugs. Luxurious fur rugs. Can I speak? No. Guests staying in the inn's rooms can expect meals to be included with the price of their stay, but alcohol can cost extra. Naturally, the mask features an impressive selection of fine liberations. For guests traveling through the most elaborate means, the roof features a special landing for winged steeds. It is rumored that the mask is laden with hidden wall panels that can open up for secretive travel within the inn itself. The staff is said to open these panels by speaking certain magical words. The fifth floor, directly below the penthouse suites, houses a lively feast hall with music and dancing. The aforementioned magical soundproofing ensures this doesn't disturb any of the guests. And there you go.
So, Keldlin looks at everyone. Give me just a moment, and Keldlin would approach the counter. I'm looking for some room and board for me and my friends tonight. How much would that cost us if we just for 2 rooms? Just one double room and one single room.
All right, let me look that up for you, darling.
We can do 2 double rooms since, in theory, Datari needs a place too.
Oh yeah, so yeah, 2 doubles. Apologies. One of our friends is very good at hiding.
Mm-hmm.
I think he saw some fish in the harbor.
Gosh, I know they had some information here somewhere. Let me see. She's looking through a book to see what rooms are available. Let's see. Here we are. Now, our services are a little spendy. I'm not sure if you might be able to afford it, but the room, which includes meal and stabling, which I don't think you need the stabling part, but so maybe I can knock a little bit off of that. So the room, I think, 1 platinum piece per room. We do have 2 rooms available right next to each other.
So just remembering my conversion, is it 10 gold per platinum or is it 100 gold per platinum?
I have no idea. Let me see something here real quick. It's 1 platinum piece equals 10 gold.
Okay. I don't carry around platinum, but I do have the gold equivalent, if that's acceptable.
Of course it is, darling.
And Cullen would put 20 gold on the table. And Caldone's gonna lean in a little close and whisper, you see that I'm kind of surprising my friends because it's it's the first time out and it's kind of my birthday today and I didn't want them to find out about it until later. So I don't know if you have any pastries or stuff that you can do for dessert.
We have a blackberry apple pie.
That sounds lovely. If you could have one of those brought to our table after we finish eating, that would be great.
Okay.
And Caldolan would turn back to the group and be like, okay, here's your keys. I'll be in with Zatari in the room next to your guys's. Let's go get some food for the night and let's go take care of that. And Caldolan would I assume she would probably lead us to a table in the
Yeah, she'll lead you to a table. You'll hear some singing and some dancing on a stage in the middle because I'm gonna homebrew this holy crud out of this thing. I don't care.
So, like, Keldalin's being super nice, but Lilvari is a little annoyed. She's, like, totally got kind of an attitude. Like, listen, lady, our gold's as good as anybody else's. What do you mean we can't afford it? What's wrong with you? Like, all of that is, like, going over. Like, she has an attitude, like, 10 feet high.
like she is
she's adventurous and is you know her dealings with adventurers are like, well, not all adventurers can afford the haunted price. I mean, she did give you a discount because you don't have any horses or anything to stable, so we'll leave it at that.
Yeah, Lilvari doesn't know all of that. She's just ready to fight.
I just imagine she's like stamping on the ground, her hands curled into fists, glaring at the back.
Her tail is like lashing back and forth like a cat's. Like the whipping, like.
What about Wild Locust?
Wild Locust is getting beat by a tail.
She's like doing that thing when your cat's like sitting like with their back to you and they keep like getting you in the face.
At any rate, there seems to be a table off in the distance. For those that a lot of the staff deem, well, they paid their wages, you know, they paid the price, but they're like not as dressed up as some of the other staff. I mean, as some of the other patrons.
It's a lower section.
Yeah, and there's not too many people there, so
Yeah.
there's basically just like you guys there right now.
Which is perfect as well. It's just like yes.
Well, she doesn't realize it's perfect, but yeah, she takes you to that lesser area and lets you guys sit down, and then another patron comes over and lets you know that any liquor is going to be extra, but if you wish to have, let's say, water, you are more than free to have plenty of that. She gives
Is she including wine and stuff with that, or
house wine bottle. They also have fine wine and fire wine and fey wine.
I mean, wine's not really a liquor.
Yeah, that's why I'm just
They
asking for
actually-
clarification on that.
They, watch. The drinks list includes ale, cider, house wine, which comes in a bottle, fine wine in a bottle, fire wine in a bottle, Elver Quistis in a bottle, whatever the heck that is, fey wine in either a glass or a bottle, strong dwarven liquor in a glass or a bottle.
How much would be for a bottle of the fey wine?
The bottle of fey wine is 5 gold pieces.
So can just for clarity's sake, can we say just Linus is here visiting us with us at this point? Just so that we can just
we can flavor it that Linus is there as well. Yes.
Yeah, just at least to have the whole gang together. Keldlin would take out another 10 gold and buy two bottles of Fey wine for the table.
And then as you're looking at the menu, you have an option of appetizers. There's an octopus broth, mushrooms and herb and garlic sauce, or fennel in parsley and mint broth.
Keldlin would go with the vegetarian option.
I was just gonna say, we have a bunch of vegetarians, right?
That would be the mushrooms and herb and garlic sauce then?
Yes.
And fennel too, right?
Yeah, fennel is a plant, so you can go fennel.
Was it fennel and garlic?
Yeah.
Fennel and parsley and mint.
Oh.
Well,
yeah.
Keldlin's doing the mushrooms.
Shrooms, man. Okay, anyway.
All of it sounds delicious, man.
Yes.
Yeah, I know, right? So the entrees are dainty fish skewers, mussel and basil soup, clam chowder, turtle soup, hot pie that has boar and veal, bacon and kidney or chicken liver. Definitely no vegetarians.
Chowder.
Yeah. I think out of those options, Keldlin would shoot. So you said there was the hot pie which had boar and
venison.
Okay, there's 3 different hot pies. One has boar and veal, one has bacon and kidney, and the last one is chicken liver.
He would.
I'll tell you what.
No, they probably have like corn chowder or something
no.
too, right?
I said clam chowder, not corn.
No, but like they probably also have.
How about this? We have one more hot pie we don't normally tell our customers about, and it's just pure vegetables. Does that sound a little bit more pleasing to the party?
Yes. Though I think Linus over there would like one of the
we'll give him the
venison
boring
ones.
Yeah. You've got it. So, and I've already been told about a special request.
Oh yes. Once we finish eating, please.
Mm-hmm. The dessert is always last anyway, my dear. She wanders off and soon returns with a couple glasses and the 2 bottles of wine.
So Keldlin would take the time and pour it out for everyone and be like, I'm not really great at this kind of thing, but I do want to say that it's nice having more friends that I can be with, because I never had a lot of friends being where I was. It was really just me, my parents, and Wild Locust was my only friend, and Shadow, but he kind of tears up a little bit and gulps it back. But I just want to say this is my treat tonight, and thank you all for coming with us and helping me along my way. And he kind of raises his glass and says, to us, to friends, and to new adventures. And he drinks down his Fey wine.
Lil Vari's gonna like absolutely like toast to new adventures.
To friends and adventures.
And we'll have to get Linus's toast later, because I know he'll have a good one.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah.
We'll spring it on him first thing our next session.
Think that.
Well,
you
first
have to
thing
give us a toast.
Well, technically 2 sessions from now.
After Thanksgiving.
Yeah, we can kind of like we'll get to the dessert part but we can kind of retroactively do some of this so that Linus can participate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then after everyone, we have our appetizer, our main course. They bring out this pie, which I want to say has like the magical equivalent of like not candles, but like tiny little like safe sparklers on them. So that's poked into the crust on top and be like, I also didn't say, but this is my first birthday I've had without my parents, and I wanted to share it all with you guys because you're my friends. So this is I know it's not a cake, but I wanted to celebrate it with you guys more than just, you know, going to some random tavern and just drinking the night away. I wanted it to be special.
And so along the outside of the pie are strawberries that are dipped in chocolate as well.
And Caldalune would go through and it would give everyone a piece, and just be like, thank you guys again, and let's drink, eat, drink, and be merry.
And
Thank you.
Wild Lycos is like, well, I knew it was your birthday and I made you this. And she hands him a small little medallion, which is on a cord, and in Elvish it says friend.
Oh,
Oh.
She would know it was his birthday.
Yeah, she would.
I would know all about his birthday.
Yeah. Caldalune would kind of choke up a little bit, and I imagine he probably ties that to his new staff just under the head of it and secures it, because I imagine he took his like mistletoe and berry band that he had on his old staff and put it on the new staff, and then tied it tight around the little medallion in it. And I imagine it's it's almost shaped like a wooden chime almost. I imagine with that on it. And I imagine like every time it like hits against the wood, it kind of almost makes like a chime sound.
Something like that. Yeah, that would be perfect.
And he'd kind of reach down and pull Wild Locust in for a hug. And I'll apologize for bringing her into this city, but as he promised, they would definitely go get back to what is effectively their home soon enough.
Yeah.
Lavari just sort of like wipes away a tear as they're hugging.
Hey, there's no crying in D&D.
No.
That's so sweet. I cannot even.
So, happy birthday.
And I imagine Linus probably tells rocket stories, and we probably ask him what he went to do while we were in the city. And
He probably won't tell us.
Oh, probably not.
Something about seeing a man about a horse, but I don't does he ride horses? Like, I think horses are too tall.
No, he rides ponies. Like the little miniature ponies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So, was there anything else you guys wanted to do while in Neverwinter before bedding down for the night?
Lilvari, earlier, I kind of like need to circle back around to this because I didn't do it earlier, but while Datari's like flapping around or whatever, like, because I think he sort of had to do other stuff, but she'll get for him the artifact that he wants as well, which is a bag of holding. So we'll pick up.
Yeah.
I would love to pick up a bag of holding for him as well.
He wanted the cape of bellowing, which he did get.
Yeah.
Oh, did he? Okay.
Okay.
But anyway, we'll help him. We'll
Yeah.
make sure that Datari gets his thing too.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. All right.
And I think before the night is up, Keldwin would take everyone up to the fest hall so they go. Well, everyone besides minus Wild Locust probably. They probably take turns watching her as they spend a few hours dancing before turning in for bed.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and call it right there, just so that we don't get too far ahead of Linus, and that we can just pick him right in. I know it's like 2 minutes early, but all in all, I think this is pretty much a good place to stop for the night. You guys, once we're done with Thunder Tree, we'll do like a little cut scene and pick it back up here. We'll pick it back up here in the mask place here, the moon mask. And basically we'll just do like a quick little scene where Linus can do his toast and you guys can say the happy birthday again, and that, and then we'll just move on to the next day and figure out what you guys are going to do from there. At this point though, I think this is a good place to stop. I want to go ahead and thank everybody who has stuck in with my oddballness and whatnots. And
thank you. You did a great job.
Yeah, it was fun.
It was
fun. Interesting. I mean, like I said, some of the stuff I'm looking at is also homebrew, so I'm just throwing in what I can, where I can, and trying to homebrew everything else in the middle of it too. My first time trying wandering a little bit outside of the back of the package, but also having some stuff in the package to help me. So it'll work. It all worked out, I think. You guys got your prizes. Datari got his too. Linus will get his. Linus will have his when he appears into the tavern, into the little inn there. But my turn. Sorry. Other than that, everything looks good. We will definitely pick it up not next week, because it is Thanksgiving week. I will probably be like mega uber busy with work, knowingly, because everybody will want to be off on Thursday and Friday, not just Thursday. Get the big deal with Black Friday, but it is what it is. All right, so I do want to go ahead and just drop a few things real quick that I forgot to in the beginning. Our tabletop of choice again is Roll20. The figurines that you see here are all done in Hero Forge. Don't forget to click on the link to give us a happy yay when you do purchase from Hero Forge. I want to thank my lovely players tonight for joining me. I'm sorry, Mr. Datari, that you had to leave early. These things happen, though, my friend, and we do appreciate that you did show up for a little bit. Wild Locust, it's always a pleasure. You're fun to play with.
Thank you. It was a lot of fun.
Oh, yes. And Keldwin, very great tie-in to what I was trying to say, which is, again, my birthday is Friday, so I wanted to be nice to my players today. And Lovari, thank you so much.
Happy birthday.
Yes, happy
Yes,
birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy big 45. Oh, I feel
Ooh.
old.
Level
Mhm.
45? Holy crap!
Level
That's
45.
amazing.
Yep.
You can almost take on the Elite Four.
All right. So with that, I do want to thank the chat that has been here with us all night, which I think is just mainly us, but that's okay. I'm happy whether we have 100 viewers or even just 5 viewers or what have you. I want to thank those of us who are watching the on-demand video in the future. And I want to thank those of you who are watching on YouTube. If you like us this far, go ahead and hit that big ol' thumbs up button saying that yes, you like us, so that we can show up on more people's search engines there. Searches? Yeah. Also, you can subscribe because the videos are not put out on any particular day. They're just done at random. So you'll know when we put out the next video. It may not be of this one particular program, but we do have other programs pretty much going on almost every night now. So just keep your eye on Dirty 20. We have lots of stuff going. And don't forget, you can definitely visit our Discord channel, where if you want to be a player, we'll be more than happy to look for a place to put you. And if you want to be a DM, you can also be a DM just like me. With that, I want to go ahead and say to you all, I talk too much, and be kind to each other, and have a wonderful Thanksgiving to those who do celebrate Thanksgiving here in the United States. Our Canadian friends, I think you already had that, but anyway, have a good night, guys. Bye.
Night.
Bye.
Thanks.